share the board. Okay. Well, yes, this is the first question. Okay, so we were talking about the positive and negative impacts that human made on Earth, but of course we couldn't finish it. So let me see. Negative, you can actually get help. We have some suggested phrases that you can use. So positive and negatives. So, okay, discuss the positive and negative impacts that human made on Earth.
The positive. The positive. We preserve the animals and trees on Earth. We preserve yes, we preserve the trees and wildlife, animals on Earth. We create green and open spaces. We reforest.
You have nothing to say. Like, we don't do anything.
Yes, I don't do anything for the earth, for environment. Yes, I just do something not harm, don't harm the earth, and raise another awareness. Raise reminder other people to not to litter on the street or use don't use any more plastic bags. We organize to plant more trees in some activities in our companies activities, and if I have a chance, I will visit. I thought sometimes I donate for wildlife reservations fund donated for the fund to protect the animals, and I think that's all. I think I do very small things in my life.
Actually, yeah. Actually, we do nothing. Yeah, you're right. So yes, maybe we protect, we preserve, okay, wildlife sometimes, okay, but actually we've gotta, protect and preserve them. Like, for example, when we destroy something, okay, when actually deforestation actually caused by human. So now we need to bring them back. So recreate or bring back, for example, bringing back green spaces, plant more trees. So recreate, bring back green spaces.
Recreate.
Forests, like for example, planting more trees. That is really important. And rebuilding forests. Reforest, rebuilding forest. And just, wherever we can, of course, it's not something that maybe sometimes we can, as you said, yes, clean up the beaches and avoid pollution. So all of them. How about negative?
We still pollute the environment by give out the smoke to the air, and we use more cars and motorcycles, poisons the air. And in our companies, we sometimes maybe we we pollute the environment with chemicals in factories, from the factories, and by eating more meat, we have to we pollute the environment when we feed the cows or pigs, feed the animals, and I know that when we feed a lot of animals, we pollute the environment, pollute the environment. And if we are vegetarians, it's the way to protect the environment. And we some people, a lot of people illegally hunt and kill animal for to take their parts to make their medicine, and it's destroy the habitat, or destroy the animals, destroy some species of animal.
Species. Okay, well, okay, let's talk about your answer. So first, yes, we make air pollution. You said that we give out the smoke to the air. So you don't need to say this way. You can easily actually use, you have different. So we just, for example, when it comes to smoke, okay, of course you put, yeah, of course, yeah, it's like, for example, smoke factories, or for example, we can say that industries, of course, especially in the industrial area. So we have problem with, yeah, just as you can see, this one is emit exhaust fume and poisonous gas. So what is that? This is not really common in American. Okay, you can easily to release and to give off. Okay, to send out. So different actually give off or release. So give off, not give out, give off,
Give up.
send out.
Send out.
Or for example, normally we say let out. We let out.
Let out.
Of course. For example, cars, okay, that comes out, just, gas that comes out of a car engine, of course, often dirty. It just, it's often dirty, it's often polluted. So we can say, for example, car smoke and vehicle emission, engine fumes. So different actually words that you can. So cars give off smoke.
Yeah.
And yeah, of course. And we also, and the next one we use, as you said, we use more motorbikes and cars to poison the air. No, so you can easily say that cars give off smoke.
Yes.
And of course, this gas, the gas comes out of a car engine, is often dirty, is often polluted. So it's not good for the environment. And of course, with chemicals. So that was good. I like that part. And another one, yeah, poaching, hunting animals illegally for their fur, skin, and I don't know, for different reasons, medicine. So like poaching or hunting animals. That is,
Poaching.
yeah, that is hunting animals illegally. Yeah, so because still there are some people, a lot of people that still kill animal for their body parts. I don't know, for profit, for traditional medicine. That actually, I think that's really mess up wildlife. And this one, mess up wildlife. Oh, wildlife. Okay, what is the meaning of this phrase that we can use? It means it harms the animals and their ecosystem.
Mess to wildlife, harm animal. Mess up wildlife.
Yeah. It messes up wildlife, that is harm animals actually, because you said we destroy, you don't need to. And you said that we destroy some kind, some species. You can say we push some species closer to extinction. We push some species closer to extinction. That is, make animals more likely to disappear forever. So we won't have them anymore.
Ecosystem. Mess to wildlife, harm
Yeah.
animal. Yeah, include endangered ones, put them on the verge of
Yeah. And
extinction.
of course, extension. And actually, I want to give you another about releasing gas and smoke into the air. There's another word that we normally use, that is pumping. So
Pumping.
yeah, pumping smoke into the air. That is exactly the same as release, releasing pollution. Yeah, and we do it. We every day we're pumping so much smoke into the air every day. for cars, bikes, even just daily stuff. So something that, you know, we do. And yeah. Well, and we normally, you talked about chemicals. I forgot this one. Okay. Chemicals. Actually, we have a slang, and it's good. Dump a bunch of chemicals. So this one, dump a bunch of chemicals. This one is good. That is, for example, we release waste, harmful waste.
Dump a bunch of chemical.
Yeah.
Release harmful waste.
Waste, of course, and we do this a lot. And you know, all these small actions cause big problems over time. So all these small actions cause big problems over time. And we have another phrase that you can use exactly the same as this, and it all adds up. It all adds up, of course. That is, we do lots of small things, and all the small things make a big effect one day.
Yes.
Yeah.
All these small actions
cause big problems over time. That is, so how to use this, for example, you mentioned this and that. For example, I don't know, we make waste, we, for example, pollute the earth. So different things that we do, different actions. And finally, you want to say that all the small things cause big problems. You can say, and it all adds up. That means all the small things cause big problems. Okay, and just this, and I told you this one emit exhaust fume and poisonous gases. I told you it's not really common. I gave you that is to give up. We normally say give off, send out, let out. Of course, different phrases, but not this one. It's not really common. Okay, yeah. Well,
poisonous gas. What is the poisonous gas?
Poisonous gas. Poisonous gas. As I told you, it's like, for example, gas from car engine is not healthy, it's poisonous.
The gas from cars?
Cars, industries, factories, of course, they're not healthy and clean, they're poisonous. Yeah, okay. Of course.
Contaminate the water. Contaminate.
Yeah.
Contaminate the water and soil with garbage and chemical.
Yeah, of course, you know that especially now we see that there are lots of waste in seas, and actually they are like, we can say that land or sea, when you actually put lots of waste to make actually water dirty, and that is really harmful. So first of all, what is the meaning of contaminate? Is, you know, to make something dirty, polluted, when you add something bad like chemical. But we normally say pollute. This is a synonym common. For example, we don't say we contaminate the water. We say we pollute the water. Maybe contaminate is like, it's often in news. So you hear like environmental topics, it's okay. But in daily conversation, when you talk to people, they don't say we contaminate. We say we pollute the water. Yes. Or we make the water dirty.
Yes.
Yeah. For example, if you drink contaminated water, it can make you sick. Now, this is formal version. If I want to use in daily conversation, I say, if you drink dirty or polluted water, okay, so of course, it makes you sick, okay?
Yes.
Well.
Polluted. Polluted. Polluted air can make you sick.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah.
To save our planet.
Yeah.
Reuse, recycle, cut down on consumption. Oh yes. And that you throw away what you throw away conserve natural resources and landfill. Conserve natural resources and landfill. Landfill is land.
Yeah, no, landfill, of course, is like, for example, areas that normally people use, especially for dumping their garbage and, their waste, landfill. Yeah.
Volunteer, take part in various projects. For example, cleaning your neighborhood, planting
Let me
trees,
write it here.
educating Brazil. Yes. Yeah. I think I can do this thing to save our planet by reduce and reduce and by the cutting down on using water, electricity, paper, or tissues to protect the earth, and we and I use recycle things in my house. Yes, and we can give our clothes for others who need them. We can share facilities or equipment that we don't use anymore in the family. We can share to others. And clean the house and the areas around my house. Take parking in some projects to clean the rivers or clean the ponds, clean the parks. Yeah. Plant more trees and raise my family's awareness of water problems we are facing when the environment is polluted. Yes, and on way and maybe take part in education to teach children to protect to teach the children how to protect the planet, how to save our planet.
Yeah.
Yes, and yes, that's
Well,
the think I can do it.
Yeah, of course, very good. So first, as you said, we should be smart. We should be smart about how we use water. So what is the meaning of to be smart about? So let me erase the word. I need more space. Okay, wait a moment, please. I need to. Okay. Okay. To be smart about something means to use carefully and responsibly. This is the meaning of it. So we should be smart about how we use our non-renewable resources like just water or electricity, and using something like paper, stuff actually it's a casual way to say, for example, when you want
That,
to list, okay, example stuff like paper, or for example like different things that you use. And this way, of course, we can help the planet. Yeah, just to help the planet. Of course, at home, you said I use a lot of recycled things. That is really good. Instead of throwing out clothes, we usually pass them on. So instead of throwing them out, we pass them on to people who could use them. So this one is we give them. So it's better. So pass them on means to give to someone. Like clothes, other items, you can use this. And of course, you said that shared facilities and equipment that we don't use anymore. That is good. So for example, we've got, I don't know, if we've got some stuff at home and we don't use, we've got stuff at home and we don't use them anymore. Like, I don't know, appliances. We usually just passed, okay, so again, for example, pass it along to someone, pass along, or for example, again, pass on or pass it along. So what's the difference? Pass it along. Okay, so what's the difference? Pass on and pass it along. For example, when you give something that you no longer use, okay, to
yes.
someone else. So, for example, I have something at home, maybe, I don't know, kitchen appliances or something like this, and I pass it along people who can use. That is, give something you no longer use to someone else. Okay. And you should make sure you said to clean, I say to tidy up.
Tidy up.
Of course, why not? They're the same. To make sure to tidy up, for example, to clean your environment, and of course, so the place you live. We can plant more trees, as you said, and help your family understand the water issue we're dealing with. So you help your kids understand the water issue we are dealing with. That is really important. And because of pollution, I mean. So we help someone understand means raise awareness. But this one is like conversational. Help someone understand.
Have someone understand. Raise an awareness. Yes, yes, yes.
Awareness. Yeah, of course. But this one is conversational. Raise awareness is more formal.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, of course.
Mm,
Um,
have someone understand? Yeah, conversation. Okay.
very good. Okay.
Yeah.
The next one. Okay. Talk about a human act that negatively affects the earth.
Mm, we talked already.
Ah,
We
really?
talked
We did?
already.
I'm not sure,
Uh,
but that's okay. So we can,
you
okay.
act. Yes, the negative.
So, okay,
Yeah.
so the next
Describe.
question. What do you think about the future of the earth?
Uh, the future. Mm.
Yeah.
We don't have enough. We would, we would not have enough spaces for everyone on the earth. Uh, we uh, and we don't the air um, is polluted. Um, would be there would be uh, the news, the great disease, the um, diseases. More, we have more the diseases from the unclear air. The air is not is polluted. Is polluted. Um, in the future, I think um, we could not have enough spaces to live. Mm, and the land or the air are could be polluted. Um, there would be a lot of new diseases. Mm,
Well, yes. Okay. Yes, the truth is maybe, of course, we won't have maybe enough space on the earth to live. So for everyone, yes. On top of that, the planet's
yeah.
actually is already polluted. And
Mm,
actually, that leads to more disease, especially from
mm,
all the dirty air we're breathing.
yeah, yeah.
So this way, so on top of that, in addition, the planet is already polluted. That
That.
leads to more diseases, especially from all the dirty air we're breathing. Yeah. Yeah.
And then the wild species, wild animals would be disappeared or in verge of extinction.
On the
Maybe.
verge of, you mean? Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
yeah. I remember. On the verge of, yeah.
Wildlife is normal.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. As you said, yes, wildlife, wild animals or wildlife, of course, are disappearing. Of course, a lot of them are on the verge of extinction. On the verge of extinction.
And the wildlife. The wildlife with the plurals or single is the
Wildlife,
wildlife
wild animals, of course. So animals are disappearing.
animal, yeah,
Yeah.
disappearing. When we talk about future, we use would be.
Would can be, of course,
Would
can
can
be, but yeah, but actually it depends so how to use it. So if you're something about that you're not sure about, yeah, of course you can use would. But if you are talking based on what you can see, for example, now we can see that yes, different species are disappearing. You know why? Because we can see it, so it depends. Yeah,
Yes.
Eric.
Yeah.
And the last parade.
So women civilization. How will human civilization on Earth change in the next few decades? Decades. How will human civilization civilization
Society.
society
Of course.
on Earth change in the next few decades? Do you believe Earth is the only planet that we can live in? Change in the next few years. In the next few decades, I think. No, I think. I think the human society will be changed into negative, side by because now we don't have effect solution for the earth, for saving the earth, or we don't have a good way to save the earth, or we don't have a good enough way to save the earth now. So I think in the future, the human societies will be changed into negative side in the next few decades.
Decades.
Decades, yes. And I'm not sure. Yeah, I think the Earth is not only planet we can live. Maybe uh, in the next decades, we will explore another planet where we can live in.
Who knows? Well, who knows? Yes, I definitely agree with you, but let me change you. Actually, Human, what you said, honestly, yeah, I do agree with you. I think, yes, society, like, human society is heading in a bad direction. Is heading in a bad direction. You said that will be changed into negative. I want to say that is heading in a bad direction. Yeah, it will be negative in the future because we still don't have any real effective solutions to save the planet. We don't have real solutions to save the planet. And if things don't change soon, the future is gonna look, I don't know, pretty like maybe bleak. Yeah, doesn't look good. Let me say, it's like this is because a phrase. So if the future pretty bleak. Okay, that is doesn't look good. It will be bad. Go into so if things don't change soon, the future is gonna look pretty bleak in the next few decades. So who knows? And maybe in the next decade, we might here, because we are talking about probability, so it's better to use we might start exploring another planet to see if we can actually live there. So we might start exploring another planet to see if we can actually live there. Yeah. And don't forget, we don't use preposition in for a surface like in the earth, in other planet, just on. We can live on. And you don't want to say next decades because you already use it. Now, what other phrase you can use that is conversational and good? And give it 10 years, 10 years in the next decade. Next decade is 10 years. So give it 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah. So instead of saying in the next decade, I start my answer, give it 10 years. Okay, give it 10 at the beginning, give it 10 years, and we'll probably be checking another planet to see if, for example, we can live there, or if it's, for example, livable. This one can be used. Able to,
we can
to be lived on. Yeah, if the planet is livable, so we can live on. Yeah. So you can say in the next decade or give it 10 years. So both are the same casual way that you can use. Well, okay. So we learned a lot about the planet Earth, but actually the next topic is related. Do you believe Earth is the only planet that we can live in? But one day maybe we will move, okay, to another planet like Mars. Okay, so let's see. The next topic is life on Mars. Yeah. Are you interested in, like, outer space, universe? Are you interested
Yes.
in?
No, I'm not interested in the universe, but okay. I think I will. I think I can learn a lot from this topic.
Of course, it's not, of course. So you are not the one for
My
this topic.
my niece and my nephews are good at universe. They knows they know they have a knowledge about
Yeah,
about the universe.
yeah.
I was I am surprised.
Ah,
Uh, yes, I am surprised at them. Uh, I don't know why they know it, where they read or where they watch, or where they learned about the universe.
yeah. So of course, most of, especially youngsters, so like teenagers, young, but yeah, they're interested in. But you are not interested in. It's better to say, I'm not really into. I'm not
Not
really
really in-
into space stuff. I'm not into
I'm not
space
really
stuff.
to say
I'm not really into. I don't like it. I guess I could give it a shot. Give it a shot. This is another
to give it a
informal.
shot.
Yeah, I guess I could give it a shot. Try it. Try something. Give it a shot means try something. Maybe I might learn something cool.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I guess I could give it a shot. Give it a shot.
Of
Yes.
course. Give it a shot means try something. Well, and tell me if you believe in aliens. Maybe we are aliens. Who knows?
You ask me what?
Do
Who?
you
Where?
believe in aliens? Do you believe in aliens?
Alien?
Yeah, creatures that live on other planets.
Uh, I believe it. I believe it. Yes. Um. Uh. It is still a secret, but I think some newspaper or new magazines or some reports talked about that. I think it's true. And how about you?
Maybe they want I don't know. I think they want to distract. Of course, it's actually it's possible. So maybe we are actually living just in the world, galaxy, universe, different plus. So who knows? Who knows? We have no idea, of course. But what they say, I don't know. I don't believe. You know why? I think they try to distract us from the actually reality of life. So what is the real, what is the truth? So sometimes you feel like that, okay, especially if you notice, like sometimes when there is I don't like the problem, an issue in the world, they start just, they reveal something about aliens because this topic is really interesting and people want to know. So they completely distract you from what you should focus on from to another thing, like aliens. Yes, I think it's possible, but not the way that they actually describe or they show us. I think it's different. Maybe, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because yeah, sometimes we know that, yeah, we believe, but I don't know. It's a kind, as you said, it's a kind of secret. Newspapers, just, media, magazine. Okay, of course, they have mentioned this topic a lot. Uh, it's true, but not the way that they say. I think it's a little different. But because, sometimes they show something that, I don't know, they could find a creature. It's
Mhm.
nice. It's just, dirty politics. Yeah. Well, let's see. What is
I
this question?
um I wish great creator creature could be aliens would be beautiful would be beautiful Bec- because I heard that and I saw the new on the magazine there very ugly. I wish they would be beautiful and
Ah, alien would be beautiful. Yeah. So why? Of course, because of this, I say that we have no idea. Just they show something.
because I
Uh,
be their friends.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
we
I wish
can.
they would be
Yeah,
beautiful.
but they so ugly. Uh, I don't like.
Yeah, of
I,
course.
I
It's
don't
like,
like to see.
yeah, of
Yeah,
course. Yeah, yeah, they look, yeah, of course, as we've seen, like, yeah, they're so ugly. And I don't know why. What is the color green that they use? Why they're green? Oh God, I don't know. So, uh, and let me ask you, if you had a chance to meet an alien, what would you do?
what we will do when
What would you do next if you had a chance to meet?
also I will ask them about their planet. Yeah, and what's their purpose when they come to our planet? Come to the come to the Earth. What is your purpose? And what can I help? Uh, Tell me more about your planet. I think I can be their friend.
Ah,
Uh,
good. That is really good. Of course, if you're not eaten by because
they
man,
eat.
you're beautiful, so you may be eaten. So who knows?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You would ask them about their planet. And yeah, of course, that is good. Yeah, I think, yeah, we need to know. Okay. But don't forget about using would because it's not a real situation. So I would ask them about their planet, their purpose is for coming, and what their purpose is for coming to the earth.
Yes.
What of course, their purpose is for coming to the earth and what, I don't know, their goal is like, yeah, of course. Well, and now let's see. The first, about this. Neil Armstrong set foot on the moon for the first time
Mm.
in 1969.
That
Whoa.
Neil Armstrong set foot on the moon for the first time ever in
Go to, yeah.
1960.
Set food
Mm.
on is
Mm.
natural, commonly used. We use it. The
Set,
meaning means to go,
mm.
to go. Especially step onto space, to go or to step onto space. This one. Okay. But he was the first human to actually set foot on the moon. Who knows if it was real or not? I don't know, really. I have no idea. So I don't know, some people believe that no, it was just something that was created by smart minds and brains. So who knows? But
If I have time, I will read more about the moon, about the math. Yes, to have more knowledge about that.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Uh,
Well,
use when I go to the artist or
yeah,
American, go to the US, I can use. I set foot on the US. I can use
yeah,
it. I
yeah,
can use
sorry.
it.
You can use what?
When I go to the US,
Yeah.
I said that I go to the US. I will go to the US next month. Uh, instead, I I said that I will set foot on the US. Is it okay?
No, it's not. Okay, so set food on can be, just let me say, set food on. I will go to the US next month because it's not really natural to say a set because we're talking about space, okay? I will visit. It's normal, natural. I will be in the US, okay? So set food on, it's more, natural when talking about places like moon, space. You know what I mean? Of course. Like,
Yes, yes.
foreign soil, not here, you know.
Mm.
It's not really
And
common way.
set foot on is the verb, not a noun, right?
It's no, we don't say verb, or for example, we don't say sometimes, let me say something, the difference between noun, noun phrase, verb phrase. Verb is one word, noun is one word. Now we have verb phrase, including verb, noun, preposition. So set food on is definitely a verb phrase. Okay?
Perfect.
Because
Yes.
we said, as you can see, Neil Armstrong set food on. So on is preposition, and we have phrasal verbs, and I will teach you. For example, we have two parts or three parts phrasal verbs with a preposition, like look forward to. So like dear verb phrase, of course it's a verb phrase, it's not a noun. So just forget about it. Sometimes or some, maybe. It's not now, like,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so don't say I will set foot on the US because
Oh, yeah.
no,
Just
don't.
use for,
Yeah,
yeah, just use for the space or the moon for Mars.
of
And now
course you can say
that.
set
Okay.
foot on a surface. And the next one, that is arid.
Eric.
Arid. Arid is not very common in casual. I'm in casual conversation, okay? Normally in science we use it, in geography we use it. That is really good word for formal writing, okay? But when speaking, it means very dry, like dry land, like desert, okay? So dry is good. And people normally, when talking, we say dry. Arid is used for some scientific writing, actually, context. But is good one, that means dry, desert-like. For example, this region is too dry to grow crops. Not arid. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So despite the harsh, arid conditions of Sahara, several plants and animals call the region home, of course.
The harsh, arid conditions of
Yeah.
the Sahara, several plants and animals call the region home. I don't understand the sentence.
Okay, let me say, first of all, harsh, okay, like unpleasant, difficult, severe, okay, the meaning of harsh. It means, although Sahara is this desert, the name of this desert, okay, although Sahara is very dry, and it has really unpleasant climate and place, but many plants, several plants and animals can live there. So we know that there are many different kind of animals and plants that can grow and that can live there. Okay, this is the meaning of this sentence.
Several plants and animals call the region's home.
Region is the area home. When you call the region home, it means you can live there. They live. Their natural habitat. So Sahara is the natural habitat for different species of animals and of course plants. So arid is really good one for writing, is really good. For example, in the future, you will learn how to write your essay for IELTS, and arid can be really good for it, but very dry or desert-like is actually the synonym that we normally use in conversation.
Very right. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Space probe. Yes.
Probe.
Space.
Probe.
Actually, this word, this phrase, it's a specific phrase to science, to space-related topics, not in conversation. For example, it's like exploration robot. Exploration robot is the synonym of it. So,
exploration robot.
Robot, of course, this one. Look, they use it to explore other planets.
Yeah.
Yeah. For example, NASA launched a space probe to study, I don't know, moon.
Yeah.
And if you talk to people, most of native speakers say robotic spacecraft, just probe, not space probe.
Yeah.
So, robotic spacecraft or just probe. You mean this one. But in writing and formal context related to space and science, of course, they use it. Space probe, just probe. For example, this one is not noun. This is noun phrase, including two nouns, okay? Well, and
doubting.
The next one.
Doubting.
Daunting. Yeah, daunting. Yeah. It's good. We use it both in speaking, writing, yes. When we actually talk about something difficult. For example, it's something that is really overwhelming. difficult to do. So a good synonym can be overwhelming. Sending people to Mars is daunting prospect due to the risk of being exposed to high radiation level and its consequences. Yeah, of course.
The people are sent to Mars.
Yeah, of course.
Courage
It's risky,
is
of course. It's daunting, yeah.
They are
Yeah.
courage.
So what is that? We have two actually word here. So first expose. So you know that actually we have, like for example, to put something in contact. When you put people in contact with high radiation level, so it's dangerous. So to put something in contact is to expose. And prospect, that is actually can be used. This word can be used as a verb or noun, as a noun, like possibility. Yeah.
Possibility,
Yeah. Or as a verb, it has another, like, to search an area for something. For example, if you search an area for mineral, for oil, again, you can use this if it's verb. But here, of course, daunting prospect is noun due to the risk. That is, yes, it's
daunting protest.
Yeah, of course. Intimidating, overwhelming, both of them are good. It's not encouraging, that is discouraging. So you're afraid of doing this. You're not like, you don't tend to do it. But yeah. And deter. Deter means to prevent, to stop, to prevent, discourage someone from doing something. It's somewhat common, but normally we use different words. So we say stop.
Stop.
Yeah. What? So for example, security cameras are everywhere to deter theft, to prevent, to stop. Yeah. Or you can say, for example, these cameras are there to stop people from stealing. To stop people from stealing means to deter theft. So stop. And sending astronauts to Mars is daunting prospect, but this will not deter NASA and private companies from trying to put humans on the red planet.
Red planet is Mars?
Yeah.
Oh, red planet. Red planet is the Mars?
Of course.
Yeah. I don't know. Deter.
Of course.
Deter. Stop. Yes.
Deter.
Something to do something. Discourage.
Yeah.
Which? Yeah. Sending astronaut to Mars is a deter prospect. But it will be deter NASA to me. Yeah. Understand.
Yeah. And let me see the next one. Okay, let's make some sentences.
Oh. The US is one of the best, is the best country in researching. I mean, the US, America is good at in space science. Are they good at in science of space?
Yeah.
They set they have a lot of scientists setting foot
So
on.
you said
Yes.
the US is one of the best countries. So
In the world.
at science, you mean this field, exploring, researching about space, you mean?
Yes, and sent a lot of people, a lot of scientists to the out of the space.
Outer space to explore.
To have many scientists to set foot on other planets.
Yeah, of course, very good. Yeah, so you can say that yes, US is one of the best maybe countries in science, and it's actually, you can say, scientific contribution to space exploration, human this scientific, of course, like, yeah, space exploration. And of course, the US has, we can say, has been at the forefront of space research. So yes, like, it's like they have, sent many people, numerous astronauts and scientists into space to explore, to conduct research. Yes.
I want to use the word phrase set foot on.
You could, of course, Dave, for example, because you said, yeah, Dave sent, for example, numerous astronauts and they could set foot on, for example, you can do an example here. For example, the first astronaut or scientist who could set foot on the moon was American. So this way you can use it. Yes.
Yeah, the first astronauts set foot on the Mars is American.
Of course.
Yeah.
First human, actually.
Human.
Human,
Actually,
of course. The first human, the first person. It was not just astronaut, the first person. Yeah, of course, the first one, the first human who, yeah,
human.
of course, who set foot on the moon.
Yeah. Set foot on the moon is American.
Of course.
Rick.
Eric.
I I think I cannot live in an arid conditions. I can't live in an arid condition.
Arid condition. I cannot live in arid, maybe. Yeah, dry. Okay. Yes, arid condition. Yeah, you can say. Yeah.
Mhm.
I could is better somehow. Could, can is okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
could
do
not.
think I could live.
I
Yeah,
don't think I could live. Yeah.
of course. Arid condition.
Could live in
Of
an
course. I think I don't think I could live in an arid condition.
yeah.
Yeah.
Space rock. Space rock. Mm, robot. Space rock is a noun. Rock. Yeah. Noun phrase. Um. Space rocks. Space rocks
Probes, space
are,
probe.
are so useful for scientists to collect information from the moon.
Yeah.
Yes, it's harmful. Sorry, it's helpful. Helpful,
Helpful, useful, helpful, you
useful.
mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, of
for,
course.
for
Yeah,
scientists
yeah, of
to
course. Yeah.
get
To collect.
information,
Yeah,
to
of
collect
course.
the
So
information.
space, yeah, space probes are invaluable tools. They're
Oh,
useful, invaluable tools for scientists to gather data from the moon. So, tools to
invaluable.
gather data, to collect from the moon. Yes.
Is are invaluable tools.
Yeah, to gather data from the moon.
Data from
For
the
arid, so let me say arid condition, you can also say arid environment. Both are correct. So I
rabbit
don't
and
think I could live, yeah, in an arid environment. So this one. And daunting.
daunting. Uh, um, Speaking in front of a large, in front of audience is my doubting prospect. Um, Speaking in front of audience is my daunting prospect.
Speaking in front of tough audience is my daunting prospect.
Yes.
Okay, well, uh, let's see. In front of tough audience is my, let's change it a little. So you can say, so it's not a, yeah, you can say, but you can also say speaking in front of, if you want to make it better, speaking in front of tough audience is a daunting prospect for me. Like this, my is not so good. My daunting prospect, no, is a daunting prospect for me. So this
Is
one, yeah,
daunting prospect for me.
it means you have challenge, conveys that the challenge you feel about
Yeah.
public speaking. Yeah, so it's not my. So if you
Ah,
want to use it this way, of course.
Speaking in front of large.
Yeah, of course, in front of an audience, or for example, large number of people, or in public, okay, is a daunting prospect for me.
For me,
Yes.
yes. Okay. Deter.
Deter.
My husband. My husband like to like adventure, and I can't deter him to climb the mountain.
Deter.
Deter.
Okay.
He want to
Well,
climb the mountain, and because he likes adventures.
yeah, okay, let's make it a little better. So, my husband likes adventure. So this part is okay, of course. But I can't deter him. The rest of your sentence was from or to, I didn't get.
I too. I can't
Okay.
deter him too.
Okay, so my husband loves or likes adventure. It's okay, but here it's better to, as I told you, it's like deter is not really, so let's use stop. I don't know, I don't like it. It's not really, yeah, it's good. What we're writing is good. Just I can't stop him from climbing. So this one is better. And let me say, when you're talking about, for example, nature, it's better because this is strong passion when you can't stop him. So strong passion. So say love, not likes. So he loves.
He loves adventure. I
Yeah,
can't
of
deter
course.
him from
I can't
climbing.
stop him from climbing.
I can't stop him.
Yeah.
Deter cannot use in this sentence.
Yeah, it's like, too formal to be used. It's like,
Okay,
too,
yes.
yeah.
Deter used to deter.
Formal writing, some specific,
Uh,
as I told you. So it's like, if you, of course, it's understandable. It's correct, as I told you. But, when you want to make something natural, because let me say something. When you discourage or prevent someone from doing something, like you use deter. So for example, it's okay. My husband loves adventure, but I can't deter him from climbing. So it's okay. Why not? You can use deter someone from doing something, from climbing. It's okay, but it's not really natural. Stop is very natural.
Yes, stop is good. Yes.
Commonly used. I want to say that we normally use it, but it's correct. I don't want to say that no, it's not correct. It's correct. It's okay. Well, okay, and that's it. Well, we will watch something, but not now because there is no time to watch it. Okay, yeah, Mars and our planet, so it can be interesting. But do you think that we can finally, actually, this question, do you think that we can finally set foot on Mars? But we've already set. We've already. So what is this? Actually, this is the reason that why people feel like that, no, maybe it was not real when they said that, okay, we could set foot on Mars. So people feel like that it's not real. It's just fake. Who knows? But maybe yes, I don't know. I have no idea about it. So we will watch this video. So let's skip this part for now. Okay, do you have any questions related to this topic or something that maybe an issue? No, yes. So let's check the
No,
questions.
listen.
Okay, well, so we skip the topic for now and we will talk about it later again. And yeah, have a great weekend. Enjoy your time. So the weekend is coming. So just have a great time with family. Enjoy and see you next week.
Thank you. See you
You're
next week.
welcome. Of course, goodbye.